For this next area, we're going to focus on rooms 203 and 208. They're utility rooms, very similar to the first floor utility rooms. You can look in the video notes and see the references. These colors are different. Once again, these rooms are identical to each other. But where it's different is that this is now wall to wall. This is a wall to a outside corner condition. So instead we're going to go wall to wall, just like this is. These tall cabinets, these were wall to wall. Well, we're going to convert this wall to outside corner to wall to wall. The wall to wall dimension will be 70 inches. The cabinets will be resized equally. And so we'll have essentially this same right hand condition will be matched on the left hand side. Just like over here, we've got a filler and a filler. We need to make that happen over here as well. Okay, first things first, I'm going to delete these temporary lines, and then I'm going to adjust my labels, my numbering, and finishes. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete 108 utility. We're gonna fix 103, and then just make a copy of it for our next room. They're identical to each other. I don't want to do that work twice, so I'm just going to work on this. Make a copy, change my labels. The second room will be done. That'll be super easy. All right, so I'm just going to adjust labels, numbering, and finishes for this one. Okay. So now I'm going to focus on fixing my walls. So I'm going to adjust this wall using a combination of stretch and grips. Now I'm going to use this base point here for stretch, and I'm going to track off the opposite wall so that I can kind of have those in alignment. Going to delete some dimensions that I don't really need anymore. Make some adjustments using grips. Tracking. And I got that. I'm going to add a little text override here. Verifying field. And that's found in the properties bar under text, text override. This lesser than, greater than symbol adds in the actual dimension. That's a short code for whatever dimension it is. If this was 62 inches, it'd say 62 inches and then VIF, you know, whatever I want to say behind it. You see, that just changed it to that. Okay, moving on. I'm ready to stretch my countertop. Okay. My upper cabinet line, I'm going to use some grips to complete that. And use mirror command. Put my splash on the other side. And I also need to stretch and center these hidden lines here. There we go. My mouse is acting funny. All right, my plan view is done. Now, for the elevation, I want to do some construction lines. That's XL, enter. And if I look at my command line, I see that I have some options here. I'm going to choose V, enter for the vertical construction lines. And what I want to do is make sure at least this right hand side is aligned. Before going further, I'm going to use the properties bar to change this to some sort of opposing color, some sort of contrasting color. And I'm going to kind of selectively delete some stuff on this left hand side. I'm going to get the right hand side right, and then I'm going to mirror it over. So I'm just going to take my time and go through using stretch mostly and align everything to this construction line. I'm going to use trim. Trim works on dimensions too, by the way. Let's delete this. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to do stretch. Stretch this cabinet. You need to stretch this cabinet down to this construction line. Okay. Now, if you notice, my doors are unequal, so I'm going to stretch them through here. Now this is going to grab my swing lines and the pulls at the same time, leaving everything else intact. Deselect this. I'm going to choose this where the doors meet as my base point. I'm going to shift right click and choose this snap option here. This is called mid between 2 points. And what it wants me to do is it wants me to pick 2 points, and it's going to center this between those 2 points. So I want to center these doors, so I'm going to choose one side of the cabinet and then choose the other side of the cabinet. And that centered my pulls. Okay, and now I can mirror this entire thing. Now I'm going to I grabbed some dimensions that I don't want, and I grabbed a section call out that I don't want to mirror either. But I do want these dimensions, the filler. I do want this splash. I want this filler and these dimensions down here. So now I can commit to mirroring here, and I'm choosing along my construction line as my mirror line. Okay, there we go. I can come through here, grab everything except my walls, bring it to the front. Might make it look better. Oh well, that doesn't matter. All right, so that's done. Let's proofread it before we copy it over. 70, 70. I want to add VIF into this dimension. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's copy it and change our numbering. Okay. Okay, so now we want to publish, and we want to print this out to like a PDF or a DWF file that you know, we could email to our general contractor, our boss, you know, whoever is waiting on this. So we already did our paper space and did our viewports, so that's done. Let's take a look at them. Here's page 3. This is our break room, second floor break room. Here's our 2 utility rooms that we just drew. So I'm ready to publish. So I'm going to type publish, command line publish. Now the window that pops up here will look different depending on which version of AutoCAD you're using. Older versions, you cannot print directly to PDF unless you have an add-in program, some sort of extension. So you'll have to print to a DWF file. Now, the DWF, you can print directly to a PDF. So there's just an extra step involved with that. But the process is the same. So in this version, 2014, we can print directly to a PDF. Now it adds everything. It adds my layout tabs, but it also adds in model space. So what I want to do is I want to remove model space first. If I had other drawings, I could import those layout tabs here as well. So if I had sections in a separate drawing, I could add my sections into this PDF at this time. And when I'm ready, I hit publish. It's going to ask me for a file and location. I could save my sheet if it's a complicated scheme using multiple files. I could save my sheet list. Okay. And here's my finished product. It's ready to be marked up in BlueBeam or emailed to whomever it may concern. Thanks for watching.